Good morning. I'm Karen. This is Veronica Streams Coaching and Tarot. This reading is going to be a little love reading for the upcoming week. It is June 7th, I believe. Um, so over the next week or two. So it is going to be about love or romantic relationships, what's happening, just for those of you who might want to know. And let's give it a couple shuffles and we'll get started. I'm going to use the Runic tarot today. It'll be kind of like our daily reading, same idea. Maybe a couple extra cards here. So what do the people need to know about love and romance? What's going on in that area? So current situation is the Queen of Swords. Present influence is the Queen of Wands. Future influence is the Ace of Wands. That's nice. What you don't see is the Death card. What will be unexpected is the Two of Wands. Okay, strength. Strength is King of Cups, Knight of Cups, challenge, Six of Cups. And where does this lead? Seven of Wands, Four of Wands. Oh, Seven of Swords. Gotta go one more. Page of Cups. So there's a little brief. I think that Seven of Swords actually might be a positive Seven of Swords, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute here. And the advice is Two of Swords and Wheel of Fortune. So know that things are moving forward. So if you have someone kind of on your mind, things are moving forward, even if they don't feel like they are right now, which may be that feeling, especially with the Two of Wands and the unexpected. It feels like you don't know what's coming next or what's happening exactly, like maybe how this person feels or something. I would say that they might not know either, right now, but it doesn't mean that they don't, want to move forward. So this would be someone, yeah, definitely. Now this could be like a relationship you're already in, but you don't know, or you're feeling uncertain about how it moves forward, because again, this is all about things are moving forward. The Queen of Swords is in the current situation. Now that to me is could be don't, it's non-gender specific with the court cards when you're doing a general reading like this. But it is overthinking a little bit. The Queen, when I see the Queen, regardless of gender, this is an overthinking area. So right now I feel like you're really got this on your mind a lot. You're really thinking about it. And maybe to the extent where, but also to keep in mind, okay, so even to the extent of overthinking, but also the Queen of Swords kind of has blinders. And so you're in a situation right now where you're feeling like thinking about this process, but only looking at it one way. Now, I feel like there is a lot of passion here. So the Queen of Wands is in the present influence, so that you're feeling the passion in this situation. And that's the way you're looking at it, as a passion-based relationship. Relationships a lot of times start with passion. I mean, they do, because that's kind of what kicks it off, is that passion. Now, not all, but it can. Like, it's not unusual for that to start that way. But I feel like that's what the influence is you either thinking about passion, wanting passion, or there is. So I mean, everybody's gonna be a little bit different. But I feel like that is huge, because that's what's playing here. This is the influence, right? This is what's on your mind. This is what's on, or what the relationship looks like. But I feel like, I feel like a good thing is where the future influence is the Ace of Wands. This is a new passionate beginning. So I feel like with that Queen of Swords, there may be a little bit reminder to don't have tunnel vision here. Be sure to open up your line of sight, so to speak. Not going like this, but having those, looking in the peripherals, because that Queen of Swords is very tunnel vision. And in some cases it's really good, because that she gets where she wants to go. She's on that track, and she doesn't stop until she gets there. The Ace of Wands, though, this is a new beginning. This is a new passionate beginning, and it's going to influence the future, and I like where the future heads. There is two sevens in there, but I think they're almost supposed to be there. Like I'll explain. But then we've got, so let's clarify the Ace of Wands. Let's see what this is about in our future influence. Future influence. What is that? Ace of Wands. The Hierophant and the Wheel. Um, wow. So yeah, there is a new beginning, and absolutely passionate. Could even be like a committed thing with the Hierophant in the middle, but it is this. This is taking off. This is definitely with the wheel there. It's headed in the right direction. So it is a beginning, but a beginning that is going to lead to something committed. Now, again, a commitment doesn't have to mean, oh, we're going to get married, or, if this is a newer relationship, the commitment could just be to see each other, so keep it how it fits in your situation, wherever you're at in your relationship. And if it's a brand new thing or something that hasn't even really started, might just be it, like the commitment to start reaching at a higher level too, reaching a higher level, upscaling. But the wheel is cool too, because that means that things are continuing to roll. And again, the wheel at the bottom of the deck. So this is super positive information. Like, it's really good. And having that new beginning with that passion and everything is awesome. So this is what you don't see is the death. This tells me that things are changing. Now, this other person may be going through some kind of transformation as well. Could be healing from something. Could be going through a physical changes, like trying to you know exercise or eat better, or like literally physical changes, or they're working on something for work or school or something to that nature, where they are changing right now. They're going through the changes, and this is something that you don't see, which ultimately will cause your situation with them to change. So if you're feeling a little bit stagnant, you're feeling like you're over in your head about things, things are definitely changing. You just don't see them yet because they're happening on their side, this other person's side. The Two of Wands is in the unexpected. So plans are going to start happening here soon. And when it comes in, you're kind of like, oh, wow. So there will be plans. Now, what are those plans? I think they're going to depend on the level of your relationship. Those plans could be just getting together, having a cup of coffee or a drink, or, maybe in some of your cases, maybe taking it to the next level. Hey, let's take a trip together. Or, so the plans are, or let's do this, this is how we're going to move forward. But there's definitely forward movement here, which is huge. These are plans. The Two of Wands here, especially if you look at this deck, he's planning. He's got the map out. He's going, where do we go from here? And this is going to kind of come in unexpectedly. So your challenge in this situation is the Six of Cups. So there could be something from the past that's keeping you from moving forward, or you're revisiting a situation from the past and thinking that it's going to happen, like, oh, this is going to turn out just like this other situation did in the past. Doesn't necessarily mean that way. So I think it's kind of watch yourself from staying in that past headspace. Either, maybe you're over daydreaming about something that happened in the past, or worried that something will turn out like it did in the past. So, and this isn't a challenge, so it's kind of warning you to kind of stay away from that. Now, I like this because the Knight of Cups is in your strength. I feel like this is you having um, having coming through with the romance, the um, having the ability to give and to share and to say so, like the strength to do it. It's really interesting to me because it leads to the Seven of Wands. Now, a lot of times the Seven of Wands can be about um, standing up for yourself. And I believe you do, but I feel like it's more about standing up for the relationship, not necessarily yourself alone. Like taking some time to really um, also to kind of see where you're at. See, this Seven of Wands, he's at the back of the cliff. If he keeps getting pushed back, he's going to fall. So he is on higher ground, which is the good thing. But the other thing is, keep getting pushed, is going to be falling over. So I think there's a little bit of a warning of stability here. Like, don't push too hard. don't overwhelm somebody. If you're feeling really good about something and really excited and really passionate, then you could like push them. It's not saying don't be passionate, don't be excited, don't don't be that way. It's just, sometimes when we get like that, we can come across strong, like, oh my God, that's really strong. So there could be a little bit of a warning there. But I do feel like it's more about standing up for the situation, not for yourself. So and and that's good because I feel like that's where it leads. And then we have the Four of Wands. So and in this deck, it feels like a coming together, a conversation, a celebration. Though Four of Wands is always about celebration, but I feel like because there's two people here, it's not like in the Rider White you see multiple people, you people dancing in the background. But I do feel like you will be celebrating each other here soon. And whether it's celebrating some kind of commitment to move forward, or just celebrating, how you feel about each other, I feel like it's super good. And then you have the Seven of Swords. So yeah, the Seven of Swords can be about trickery, it can be about theft, but it also can be about taking something back. Like going, okay, um, it's like when someone takes something from you and you get it back. Now it's not necessarily a physical stealing of a thing. It could be just feeling like your old self again, or feeling like the relationship is taking off, like getting that back. So I do feel like that's what's happening here. And I feel like you're going to feel really good when you get that back. And it does feel good. And then you have the, where does it lead after that? The Page of Cups. So this is a gift. The Page of Cups can be a gift from the universe. It can be a gift in a nice message. But I feel like this does lead to something very innocent, sweet, and nice. When I say innocent, I mean true, real. Um, like from the heart, not necessarily from all of the passion stuff. So it does lead to more heart things over here. There's still passion because you got the Four of Wands, and there's a lot of wands here in the reading itself, not in the other spaces. So I feel like there is definitely a lot of energy and passion towards the situation. But I feel like with it ending here with the Page of Cups, there's definitely an offer of love here. So it feels really good to me. And your advice is the Two of Swords. Don't stay in your head too long, right? The Two of Swords is like you'll get tired. Just put down a sword. Get out of your head. This is not about really making a decision. And it could be like, okay, what do I want to do? But more importantly, don't stay in your head. Don't allow yourself to overthink things to the point where you upset yourself or upset the situation, because sometimes we can make things that when we're overthinking something, we can tend to make something up, and then you start feeling a certain way that might not be, real. So just, yeah, just don't overthink. Let it go a little bit. Let things happen. The passion's there. It's there in the cards. It's there. Queen of Wands, Ace of Wands, it's there. And the Ace of Wands had the Ace of Wands as a clarifier. So there's a lot of good stuff happening here, and it's just let it happen. But because right now that's where you're at. You're in your head, Queen of Swords. So let yourself go a little bit here. Is there anything else we need to know about this situation? Ten of Wands, Five of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles. I think that's okay. These are not easy, but they're not hard either. The Ten of Wands, things are getting to a point where it feels hard, but it's a 10. It's a final, it's almost there. The Five of Swords is to me about how much energy to give something. So you may be deciding that, like, should I go all in or should I walk away? Or because if you go all in, there could be a no, right? You could lose, you could win. But there's kind of that feeling, and that could be the Two of Swords reminder too, that you really have to make a decision. But then the Four of Pentacles is really things are coming together. And when I think about the Four of Pentacles, there's a lot of things, but to me it's about gathering and holding on and having something at your disposal, and what you're holding on to and what you have in your back pocket, so to speak, things that you've saved up. And it's not just money, it's everything, knowledge and lessons and the situation. And I really feel like you're going to hold on to the situation, and I feel like it's going to benefit you in the long run here. So there you have your reading, your romantic love reading for the week of June 7th. I hope you enjoyed it. Please hit that thumbs up button and let me know. Take care. Have a beautiful day.